Many of you that have been involved with powerlifting for a while might remember Dr. Judd. He used to have a column in Powerlifting USA, wrote some great books. Well, anyways, he was part of a 1996 experiment at the University of Chicago. Okay, so they took 3 groups. The first group practiced free throws for basketball every day for an hour. The second group visualized themselves making free throws. The third group did nothing. So after 30 days, they retested the groups. The first group that actually practiced the free throws improved their percentage by 24%. The second group improved by 23% without even touching a basketball. Obviously, the third group didn't improve at all. So, as expected. So, what does this mean to you? So, this is about making mental movies of your success, okay? So why would you want to do this? It programs your brain. It programs your brain for success, okay? And it activates the creative mechanism in your subconscious or your habitual mind. So basically, you're kind of a product of your habits because you think you're always in control and you're not completely. You are responsible 100% for your actions. You're even responsible for your thoughts. But it's how you program yourself consciously to make your subconscious mind work for you. Think about all the habitual things you do. Just get in the car and drive. You don't even think about it. So if you consciously program yourself negative, you're gonna always be in a negative state of mind no matter what you do. Okay, so this activates and just attracts things to you. I don't know. You know, we talk about like the law of attraction, vibrational energy, or just all of a sudden when you're specifically focused on something, you're more focused and you get to it that way. I'm not really sure on the exact mechanism how all this happens. It just does, and this will build your internal motivation. So how do we do a mental movie? There's 3 different ways I want to explain them real quick. And what you want to do is, I used to call these visualizations. A mental movie means you actually integrate all of your senses. So for instance, when I was getting ready to set a bench press record, I was training with Gary Frank. He used to dip a lot. So when I would do a mental movie in my head, I'd actually smell the dip of what was happening when we were training. So you want to integrate everything, okay? So 3 ways I did it, and I'll tell you which ones worked the best. There was 3 different strategies I used. The first one was to go into the weight room. I did this a lot when I first 800-pound deadlift. I'd go in the weight room, load 800 pounds on the bar, and I just stare at it and feel myself actually doing it without actually touching the bait. But then the problem with that was I'd be doing it with heavy metal music and stuff, so this was very real, because that's one of the greatest discoveries of our generation is you can't tell the difference between a real and imagined experience. I get so excited, I get like a raging bull, run up to the bar, and I wouldn't actually pull it, but the problem was it started to sap energy after a while because I got so psychotic about it, okay? But I did pull the 800, so clearly it did work to an extent, okay? The next way was I just sit there and breathe. So you want to do is like you sit there and you just focus on your breath. You lay there, you can do it sitting up, and just count breaths. Get up to about 100, 200 reps of counting deep breaths into your belly, and then at that point just start to look, visualize, see, hear exactly what you want to do. So if you want to bench press 300 pounds, you would see yourself doing it over and over. It's what you'd hear at the gym, the kind of music, the kind of people you'd run into, all that stuff, because the more vivid it's going to be, the better it's going to work. Okay, so there's 4 ways of this. The other way was, another way I like to do it was I'd have a specific goal, do the exact same way I just told you, but I would put it in I would see a blue kind of like balloon or hot air, but I don't know what it was, and see it inside of there and just release it out. So I'd sit there, see myself what I'm going to do, feel it, hear it, smell it, get into it, and then I just would release it out, and it would happen. I've done this even like business deals where the damn conversation happens exactly how it shouldn't. I know I don't want to go too far into left field here and get out in the cow pastures and everybody think I'm crazy, but I'm just telling you what happened, okay? So that way was huge. The other way I've done a lot is so what I'll do is like want to create an experience, or I want to feel, or even I'll do this when I want to feel like some kind of power or something. So like a lot of times what I'll do is I'll see an experience, feel it, all that stuff. So fully integrated mental movie, and it's not vivid, it's far away, it's black and white. So I bring it in closer and closer and closer, and as it comes in closer, it develops color, it becomes 3D, and as it gets really close, it becomes panoramic and fully bright, and at that point I see it so in my head. So then I would create that experience I want to do, but at the same time I'll do a signal with it. So what I like to do is like get my fists together like this, and at that point I can recreate that experience. So if I'm just visualizing what I want to do, I'll go like this again, and then I can recreate those feelings and kind of have it going all day long. And we'll cover some more of this in affirmations and stuff, but that's one of the strategies today for mental success.